Good evening, Trinity community. I'm speaking to you on this warm May evening from a location that many of you will immediately recognize, the tranquil Parker Chapel Garden. Since 1966, the Trinity community has visited this very spot to find peace, to reflect, and to give thanks. During the past few years, different Trinity groups have used this space to meet for meditation practice. It is a wonderful space to come and clear one's thoughts, refresh one's sight. It's a place that I really cherish. Since announcing my retirement, I have savored every remaining day on campus. I've enjoyed the friendships we've made, I've thought about the knowledge we've shared, and I've taken stock of the accomplishments we have achieved together. Tonight, I celebrate our achievements and frame the future as I depart, and we prepare to welcome the 20th president of Trinity University. Our new president will arrive with the support of a strong executive leadership team. Dr. Megan Mustaine, in her reconfigured role as Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, possesses the knowledge and expertise to continue moving our university forward. She is surrounded by a mix of veteran Trinity leaders who possess important institutional knowledge, as well as newcomers who bring fresh ideas and perspectives to the table. Dr. Mustaine is an ideal champion for the values of enduring excellence, intentional inclusion, and perpetual discovery that guide our mission. These last few years have been hard to fathom, haven't they? We have all experienced a global pandemic, polarization about our national political life, an urgent call to heal our community across racial and ethnic differences, and an unexpected war continues to unfold in Europe. We have all experienced deep anxiety and loss in some form or another, and our lives have been forever changed. Only 3 years ago, we celebrated our 150th anniversary in Trinity's enduring excellence. During the pandemic, our retrospective celebration of a century and a half of overcoming adversity became a meaningful reminder of our capacity for perseverance. The anniversary reminded us of who we are and what it means to be a part of this community built on enduring excellence. In true Trinity fashion, we have once again shown our resiliency. As a community, we've learned to be more supportive of one another. We've gained newfound appreciation for what we define as normal and even boring. And we've never taken our eyes off of redefining what a model 21st century nationally recognized liberal arts education looks like. While there are many inspiring examples of excellence, I want to focus on Dickey Hall, which is approaching completion and stands at the northwest corner of our campus. The building creates state-of-the-art flexible learning spaces, as well as homes for humanities departments. We have transformed Halsell Center into an equally cutting-edge teaching and learning space. The renovation of Chapman Hall will be home to the newly named Michael Neidorff School of Business, a premier AACSB accredited undergraduate business school. The spatial connection of Chapman, Halsell, and Dickey Hall embodies connections across humanities, business, and social science. This connection matters because it illustrates the unique interdisciplinary experience that energizes all disciplines at Trinity. Our work around intentional inclusion moves forward as part of our commitment to enduring excellence. As a result of recommendations made by the 2020 Diversity and Inclusion Task Force, we now have Trinity's first Special Advisor for Inclusive Excellence, a position held by Juan Sepulveda. Juan partners with a wonderful team of co-leaders for inclusive excellence that includes our Director for Student Diversity, Courtney Balderas, our Dean of Students, Demi Brown, an Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, soon to be appointed, and our Chief Human Resources Officer, Jim Hurdle. Together, this group co-leads an Inclusive Excellence Advisory Council with broad campus participation. This group will oversee the implementation of a goals-based plan for inclusive excellence. I cannot emphasize enough times that inclusion and belonging require deep cultural change that involves all of the Trinity community. As one of our core values, intentional inclusion is an ideal that we must continually uphold and improve upon. There is no end to this journey, but we must continually create an environment that fosters important and sometimes uncomfortable but respectful dialogue. The university is a place where differences of identities and viewpoints can and should be freely explored, rather than be censored or silenced. This freedom of speech may be uncomfortable at times. This dialogue is the pathway to growth and understanding. We can express differences without becoming divided, and inclusion reminds us of this ideal. Finally, our journey has celebrated perpetual discovery. Think about the tradition of the scholar-teacher at Trinity and the way that our undergraduates have the experience of original research as a part of their undergraduate experience. Think about the intellectual commitment to lifelong learning among our alumni. And think about the perpetual discovery we pay forward by making the Trinity experience accessible to so many prospective students. Our endowment of more than $1.7 billion ensures that we can support Trinity's mission for generations to come. The endowment not only supports professorships, funds major lectures and events, facilitates research, study abroad, and internships. It is the source of undergraduate and graduate scholarships that make perpetual discovery accessible to current and future generations of students. I celebrate the change in interest in Trinity among prospective students. 7 years ago, we had fewer than 5,000 applications to become a first-year student. This year, we have over 11,000, and today's applicants collectively have a higher GPA, higher standardized test scores, and greater diversity than ever. If you experienced a Trinity bubble, you will be pleased to know that today many students, faculty, staff, and alumni are all embracing experiential learning in our vibrant city of San Antonio and beyond. They have burst the Trinity bubble. They engage with our city and county, and they work together to make our community and our world a better place. This also means that today's students are laser focused on making a meaningful impact once they graduate. In our most recent survey of recent graduates, 98% of the class of 2021 had already started a career, started a graduate degree, begun a competitive fellowship, or military service. This world hungers for Trinity graduates because they are bright, compassionate problem solvers who answer questions and question answers. I am barely surveying the tip of the proverbial iceberg. There are so many other changes to campus infrastructure, organizational structure, the digital transformation that we have taken on in the last few years. Taken as a whole, Trinity's future is an incredibly bright one. We have set the stage for Trinity to further live into its values of enduring excellence, intentional inclusion, and perpetual discovery. The value of a liberal arts education has never been more important. The human challenges ahead of us are immense, and Trinity graduates will have an impact in finding answers and creating solutions. With our reclassification as a baccalaureate arts and sciences institution, we will join the conversation around the liberal arts on a national stage. Now and in the coming years, we will make connections with our new peers among the national liberal arts colleges as thought leaders into what makes a modern liberal arts institution. We are already recognized as a premier regional university in the West, and I expect our stature to only grow thanks to your commitment. Trinity is united in purpose and mission as we close out this academic year and my tenure at the university. There is a positive energy that emanates from our campus that has the potential to move us forward in ways that we might not even imagine. I am excited as I envision the opportunities for the 20th president of Trinity University to build upon the work that we have accomplished together. We arrive at this inflection point not only because of me, but also because of you. This is a shared journey, one in which we have celebrated successes and suffered setbacks together. We all play a part in making the miracle of Trinity Hill a reality. To our students, I encourage you not to take for granted the opportunities before you at Trinity. While you may explore broadly as you begin your studies, remember to focus deeply and to do a few things well as your Trinity career progresses. Keep focus, be authentic, and know in your heart that you've got this. To our faculty, I admire the quality of your research, your commitment to our students, and the deep connections you foster. Studies point out how a meaningful adult relationship has a positive, lifelong effect in the life of a college student. Your connections with students truly do change lives. To our staff, I admired the relentless way you strive to keep Trinity at the cutting edge. You create the context that allows our faculty and students to excel, and you are often the unsung heroes who remove obstacles, soothe heartaches, walk alongside families and students in moments of tragedy and loss. Your constant commitment enables students and faculty alike to pursue learning. To our Trinity alumni, I cannot thank you enough for the ways you have engaged with me, connected with campus, and volunteered tirelessly to make Trinity stronger. Every time I spoke during an event recruiting new Trinity students, I shared stories about you. You stand out because of your intellectual curiosity and your pragmatic talent for making important changes happen in the world. Keep it up. To the executive leadership team, I cannot thank you enough. We have lonely jobs that are not well understood. Your dedication to our students, faculty, and staff makes all the difference. Be open to Trinity's 20th president as you do your utmost to help that individual succeed. I value the ways you became open to me. You became vulnerable to each other by encouraging, by questioning, by challenging, and always by strengthening my leadership. I have loved working with you. To our trustees, I thank you for the opportunity to serve Trinity by inviting me to be the 19th president. I thank you for your tremendous support as thought partners as we have worked together to elevate Trinity. Most importantly, as a new president, I fell in love with Trinity. Learning the ways that you have loved this university was a model as I discovered my own authentic and enduring love for the university. To the larger community of Trinity supporters, both in San Antonio as well as across the world, thank you. You have all experienced Trinity for yourself, or you have watched a close family member experience Trinity. You have become champions for the way that Trinity helps students discover strengths and potential that they did not see in themselves. Thank you for making Trinity a priority. Finally, to my wife, Kimberly, thank you for being my constant support in this leadership work at Trinity and for being a welcome host in so many ways. Your enthusiasm for our students, faculty, and staff gave you new stories to share with me that helped me see better. Your wisdom often posed the questions that helped me gain clarity, and your sense of humor helped me never lose mine. It has been an honor to be a part of the Trinity journey for these past 7 years. I am also excited to imagine the next stage of this journey as our aspirations aim even higher. I thank all of you as Trinity continues the journey to prepare graduates to serve and lead in an ever-changing world. Because of all of you, Trinity remains a force in motion. Thank you.